Hey, this is Sam. Welcome to BNS Spot Movies. This episode is another drop of Christmas movies. I saw a commercial for Red Lobster where they're like flavor drop. I'm like, Red Lobster, you're not Nike, you're Red Lobster. But anyway, Christmas drop. Let's get it out of the way. Santa Claus, a.k.a. Santa Claus vs. the Devil, 1959, directed by Rene Cardona, remixed for the U.S. by K. Gordon Murray, the king of the kiddie matinee.
It's like living a storybook adventure beyond your wildest imagination. From the North Pole of Fantasyland comes a feature-length fable with the most enchanting characters in the whole wide world, headed by the white-whiskered fellow who's the granddaddy of them all. Now, a magic motion picture transports you to an over-the-rainbow land, past the doors of Santa's towering castle, and the strange, mysterious, all-seeing eye, into a fantastic crystal laboratory filled with weird and wonderful secrets no one has ever seen before. You'll see them all, and you'll discover how Santa can watch every child on Earth and every good or bad thing they do. Now meet Merlin, the Wizard of Wizards, the miracle man of the ages.
Two for the show. Away we go.
Hurry, Mr. Merlin. This is no time to play horses.
Come face to face with the devil himself, a mischievous demon determined to mess things up as much as he can.
It's yours. Nobody saw you take it, Lupita. They have more and they won't miss it. What does one little doll matter, don't you see?
Leave it to that devilish trickster to sidetrack Santa up a tree. Watch the jolly hijinks of Santa Claus as he decides to fight fire with fire.
Oh ho, a cannon.
Ouch! Oh! Oh!
You won't want to miss the entertainment wonder of the ages, the treat of a lifetime for anyone who has ever believed there really is a Santa Claus.
It's almost day, and Santa Claus hasn't come.
Sleep now, darling. Sleep now and you will see. Maybe when you wake up, you'll find it, darling.
You'll see more wonders than you can wave a wand at as a dazzling panorama unfolds before your startled eyes.
Saturday and Sunday matinee only at a theater near you.
Ever wonder why Santa is called Samson in the U.S.? K. Gordon Murray. He also does the near-manic voiceover for this film. While on Christmas Eve, Santa prepares for his big night. As always, he plays his organ while children all over the world sing. They hope to glimpse him as he leaves his Toyland castle in space. Now, you may wonder, why are they changing up the basic character beats for Santa? Buckle up. Get ready for Christmas magic, as we say. In hell, Satan tells Pitch, his main demon, to go to Earth and make kids hate Santa.
You, Pitch, chief of all my demons, must listen closely. The time is almost here when you must abandon the brimstone pits and journey up to Earth. But this time you must not fail as you've done in the past. You must not be defeated by that bearded old goat, Santa Claus. If you do not succeed in making all the children of the earth do evil, you shall be punished.
We have no idea why, but we wouldn't have a movie otherwise. So Pitch asked 5 kids to help him enrage Santa Claus. 4 of these kids complete. 3 of them are brothers who like to start and Billy, the son of wealthy yet absent parents, they break windows. The Pitch fails to talk Lupita, a poor little girl, into stealing the doll she wants. An angry Santa watches from space with the help of his magic telescope and children helpers. Do you remember that part of Santa's mythology? Santa also has a device that allows him to watch children's dreams, further creating a police state only dreamt of by elves on the shelves and Tom Cruise in Minority Report.
A short while ago, I saw the devil whispering to 4 children, and one was a poor little girl.
Do you know who they are?
I've got their names. The bad boys are.
No. The naughty boys are not important. They will get punished in due course. The ones I must reward are the other children, like the good little girl.
I've got their names right here. The girl is called...
Better look through the telescope, Pedro. We'll find out what they're doing.
Lupita dreams of adult-sized dancing dolls that demand that she learn how to steal.
To steal is evil, and I don't want to be evil.
You must be evil if you want a doll.
No, you know stealing is evil, and I don't want to be evil.
Steal, fight, tell lies, and we will all be yours.
No, I don't want to be evil, and telling lies is evil.
You want to be good, eh? You want to be bad.
No, you know stealing is bad, and I want to be good.
Well, then you'll never have a doll.
The three brothers then break into Billy's home and steal all his toys. They then have the temerity to write to Santa and tell him they've been good all year, but his voice takes over their minds. Another power you might not know Santa has and informs them that he can see everything.
There you are, you little rascals. Well, you might as well know I can see and hear everything you say. I know when you've been bad or good.
Did you hear that? I'll say. Let's get out of here.
How can Santa get to everybody in the entire world? Well, it's because he has a henchman, Merlin the Wizard.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorcery.
This friend of St. Nick gives him sleep powder, a flower that allows him to disappear, a magic key that will open any door on Earth, and mechanical reindeer.
Da Igor, da Tamara. Sure, it's not a bad idea to use modern spaceships for our interplanetary flights. But to convert my white reindeer into Sputniks? No, I should say not. And besides, just to go to Earth, they suit me well enough.
But before he can use them, the evil boys enslave Santa, and that's how dark this movie gets. One of Santa's helpers, Pedro, this is played by Cesare Quizeles, also known by Paul Gracito, thanks to appearing in the popular film the same name. That'd be like if we Bela Lugosi Dracula for the rest of his life. He often played plucky orphans, but as he hit puberty, his acting career began to suffer, leading to him finally holding up a shoe store in 1971. After some time in jail, he got married, had 4 kids, but ended up leaving his wife for his secretary, Claudia, and having 2 kids with her. Those 2 boys, Gridley and Guillermo, found a video of their father making love to their stepsister, Mariana. He's still in jail years later for this. Anyways, this real movie, Santa Claus. Lupita, she and her mom prayed that she not gets more than 1 baby doll. She gets 2. One of which she will give to baby Jesus. It's kind of like when you ask your parents for money so you can buy them a gift at Santa shop in school and all they get's a piece of cover with glitter or a cheap screwdriver set. And you say, Dad, why don't you ever use the screwdriver set? And he says, I'm getting around to it.
But you see, I'm only keeping 1 present. And all the rest I'm going to give to the poor orphans.
Yes, I read about that in the newspapers. It's wonderful.
Santa just wants to give gifts to everyone on Earth, but Pitch keeps screwing with him, and Billy, his parents go out to eat, just leave them all alone. Christmas Eve. Santa helps out there, and Aaron has time to give the 3 bad kids coal after they try to steal a sleigh. But Pitch is finally lucky enough to use up all Santa's dream powder. That's what I call my stuff, dream powder. And then the jolly old man drops his magic flower. A dog chases him up a tree, and the devil's majordomo calls the fire department so everyone can see Santa, because another part of Santa lore you didn't know, if you see Santa, it ruins all his magic. Merlin helps our hero escape and blasts the demon with a fire hose. Don't worry about Lupita. She gets her doll with Santa, goes back to her castle, and I'm happy about that. This movie won the Golden Gate Award for Best International Family Film at the 1959 San Francisco International Film Festival. I can only imagine everybody in this film festival was suing LSD. Also, maybe K. Gordon Murray. Maybe this was at his film festival. This movie has so many weird things in it that it's hard to summarize them, from learning that demons primarily eat hot coals, to the fact that every child who works for Santa must wear a costume that denotes their country of origin. For example, all Japanese children wear kimonos, all American children are cowboys. This is a movie brimming with barely concealed menace. But here's this really weird. Even though Santa has modified all of his children's countries, none of them know anything about their countries of origins. He asks them trivia questions about where they're from, and they can't answer them. What is happening, Santa? So here's how Santa can be everywhere at once. I also learned this from this movie. He's from the 5th dimension. And as we all know from Grant Morrison comics, the 5th dimension is the dimension of imagination. Therefore, as a 5th dimensional being, Santa can see the reality of our dimension and do things that would break our minds if we contemplated them for too long. Maybe you shouldn't think about this as much as I have. I'm putting your brain in danger right now by forcing you to reason the fact that physical properties that ground us in the 3rd dimension could be pushed beyond the infinite. Merry Christmas. Santa Claus can also feel physical pain when his mechanical manifestations are hit with rocks. This makes even less sense. Why, in a world where Lucifer is constantly trying to murder him, but Santa put himself in such peril? This is a movie that raises more questions than it answers, and you might ask stuff like, where does Santa come from? Knowing he comes from the North Pole, you're shocked to learn that everything you know including the universe and how its laws work, is a lie. This movie is meant to keep children occupied, whether on TV or in the movie houses where it ran yearly for 30 years or more, while parents try to get a merciful break from their kids. However, a central point of this film is for parents to stop ignoring their children. So any child ignored in such a way will have felt lost in the maelstrom of emotional pain that this movie wields like a scalpel. Your children will come to you with knives. I watch Santa Claus and the Devil every year around 4 a.m. It's pure pain, questions that chatter in my mind, and the slowly evolving knowledge that this motion picture could only have been created by the eldritch powers of the ancient ones, who will always wait for us behind the wall of sleep, where their madness will infect our souls and cause their children to eat their way from their very whims. Very nice. Happy holidays. Played double features with The Magic Christmas Tree. Much like The Wizard of Oz, The Magic Christmas Tree thinks that reality is black and white while dreams are in color, and yeah, sure.
Everybody's on their way to see The Magic Christmas Tree. It's a new family motion picture about a talking Christmas tree.
All right, boy, turn the ring and say the magic words.
Rimbum, Harry-noom, Ho! Hey, how do I know if this is full grown?
Oh, I'm full grown, all right.
Who said that?
Why, I did. You asked a question of me, didn't you?
Trees can't talk.
Well, don't be silly. If trees can't talk, then how can I answer you? Of course I can talk. Now,
and to add to the fun, there's a happy witch. You'll want to see The Greedy Giant, The Runaway Lawnmower, and you'll want to see how Santa Claus is captured. See The Magic Christmas Tree.
Both films have a witch. Both films have wishes. Only one of them had a good budget, and only one of them is a beloved classic that gets remade into Wicked, and the other one's The Magic Christmas Tree. Sorry, Richard C. Parrish. It's a one-and-done directorial effort. Probably not going to get a 4K re-release or a Broadway musical. In this black and white real world, 3 boys are walking home from school on Halloween. One of them, Mark, helps a witch get her cat Lucifer out of a tree. The moment someone would say to me, hey, can you climb a tree to get my demonic cat out? I'd say, nah, I'm cool. When Mark does, he falls out of the tree and he gets knocked the fuck out. When he wakes up, the witch gives him a magic ring, as well as magic seeds that need planted on Thanksgiving. While everyone else is sleeping off the turkey, Mark has to go through this occult ritual where he combines the wishbone of the turkey with the magic seeds and the magic words and the magic ring to grow the magic Christmas tree. He has a turtle named Ichabod who just watches in terror as Mark engages in a rite of errata comatose lucidity. The tree that grows is unkillable, even when Mark's dad cuts the grass in the middle of November. I guess we should assume that they live in California, but this whole thing looks like it's shot on a soundstage. Also, Mark's dad is played by the director, and his dialogue appears as if by magic. This whole film seems to be dubbed even when it isn't. Ichabod the turtle eats the grass. Dad has a wacky grass cutting session that ends up with a mower and flames and him drunk. The way he talks to his wife, you can only assume how he treats her when the cameras aren't running. This film cuts deeply into the dark underbelly of post-war America. The dream is dead. The power mower is in flames. The Christmas tree is alive. That's right. On Christmas Eve, the magic Christmas tree comes to life and can talk. It grants Mark 3 wishes. Magic Christmas tree also sounds a lot like Charles Nelson Riley. It's as if the tree has seen it all and is bored with this life. He's merely indulging Mark. And Mark's a smart kid, right? So he wishes for an hour of absolute power, which is promptly corrupts him. That said, he's not that smart, because why wish for only an hour? Why? There's no time limits on magic. Just wish for absolute power and you're done. Don't put any limits on it, Mark, and don't talk to trees. Or pans.
The super pan is not magical. It will burn you. You shouldn't listen to crowds, and you shouldn't listen to pans.
What does Mark do with all that power? He makes flowers appear and disappear. He has not gone through puberty, because if I had the Magic Christmas Tree in 1964, and I only had an hour, I would spend that hour with Barbara Steele, maybe Van Doren, or Bridget Bardot. You get the picture, even if Mark doesn't. Anyways, he makes people run all over the place and throw pies in one another's faces, but the camera's so far away, you may say, what is happening? It's kind of like Benny Hill, but terrifying. Instead of madcap, firemen get pies in their faces while their antique engines Careen out of control. Happy holidays, Laverne, California. I hope you survived the experience. Yes, this is the same town where the wedding scene in The Graduate was shot and Wayne's World 2. Mark's second wish is to have Santa all to himself. You couldn't think of any other wishes. There's a million wishes you could have, Mark. I mean, you have all the power in the world, and your 2 wishes are all the power for an hour and to have Santa all to yourself. You already had all the power in the world. You could have had Santa then. Santa in this movie seems senile. He also seems like he can't stand up from the cherries, and this wish causes every child in the world to grow very sad. So Mark uses his third wish to send Santa back to the children. That's because he gets sent to a pocket dimension when his selfishness leads to the very personification of greed, a giant man who yells, "You're my little boy," and offer him a mountain of cakes and toys to stay. That giant greed is played by Pittsburgh native Robert Big Buck Maffei. He was 7'1". Played monsters and aliens and a ton of things. He's the TARS 2 anthropoid in the Galileo 7 episode of the original Star Trek. Who didn't get laid in high school? Me. And the giant Cyclops in Lost in Space. Who didn't get laid in college? Me. His last movie appearance was in Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams. Who does drugs? Me. Mark gives Santa back to the children. But of course it was all a dream. Horrible, horrible dream. Maybe Mark learned something. Maybe we all did. The Bastards at Good Times released this on VHS in 1992 and paired it with The Santa Claus. I can't imagine a more horrifying double feature ever. The Battle of Santa and Patch, directed by the man who brought us Night of the Bloody Apes, paired with a film that feels like it was shot on the set of a Price is Right Showcase Showdown with all the way it's turned out. I believe in Santa Claus is a regular tradition in this house. Simon isn't going to have a good Christmas. He's been bullied by his fellow classmates and the janitor who threw a spackle at his face. His parents have been kidnapped in Africa, and the French government isn't going to negotiate with the people who did this deed yet. So if make you take your friend Elodie and sneak onto a flight to Rovaniemi, where, of course, Santa lives in Lapland. If you're ready to drink in all that you've just heard, you're ready for the kind of Christmas film that caused my wife to say, well, it looks like you finally found your Christmas film.
Ghost of Carolyn de Fonseca here. Happy holidays to all. What Sam's wife really said later that night was, "Dear God, if you're listening, what I want for your only begotten son's birthday is for Sam to have the kind of heart attack you don't get better from. Please, King of Kings. Anyways, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Buon Natale."
The kids find Santa the only way they know how, deliriously wandering through the snow until they pass out. Then they made a fairy that works for Santa, who looks a lot like the teacher, who forgot them at the airport and never acknowledged that they were missing. Basically, as soon as they're safe, Lodi takes Santa's puppy and goes to meet a child-eating ogre. When the kids finally escape thanks to Santa and go to Christmas Mass, no one even realizes they were gone. Oh yeah, Santa also goes to Africa to free Simon's parents. Seriously, also, this may be a French movie, but everything was shot in English, even the words in the classrooms and the songs. It was a vehicle for Karen Sherrill, who plays both the school teacher and fairy. Her songs sound like a maniac melange of 80s pop, kind of like 99 Aloof Balloons played at chipmunk speed.
Stop all your crying business.
What for?
'Cause there's a Father Christmas.
You sure?
Who lives in Rovaniemi, that's in Lapland, you should know. Quickly, we must go faster. School mistresses and masters. Go there with that and us to help prepare the Christmas toys.
Ironically, the first edition of this film's soundtrack was quickly taken out of stores. Cheryl never asked for permission from her producer if she could appear in the film or sing on the soundtrack. Soon, the album was re-recorded with another singer, Tilda Rejwan.
No more school, no more room, no more working like a mule. Christmas Day's on its way. Time for fun, everyone. There is something to be done to prepare Christmas Day.
Probably the only movie I've ever seen where I wondered, is Santa about to get eaten by an alligator? So I guess it has that going for it. Up next, another Christmas movie that I like, but not a Christmas movie per se. Curse of the Cat People, 1944.
I came to you, Amy, because you called to me, and I came so that your childhood could be bright and full of friendliness. But you must promise never to tell anyone about me.
Not even Daddy or Mommy?
No. This must be a friendship that only we shall have.
Why, Daddy, you know my friend, too.
You couldn't know this woman. She died before you were born.
Oliver, please, let's not go on with this. The child's trembling. If that child comes here again, I'll kill her. Yes, I'll kill her.
Mrs. Farrell! Mrs. Farrell! Mrs. Farrell!
Oh, little girl! I have to hide you. I'll have to hide you, little girl. My little girl is in her room, waiting to kill you. We mustn't let her find you.
After the success of Cat People, RKO said, Val Lewton, make a sequel. The original director was Gunther von Fritsch, but when he fell behind schedule, Robert Wise took over the first film where both men. Fritsch would eventually make Body and Soul and Stolen Identity, while Wise would win Best Director and Best Picture for West Side Story and The Sound of Music. Of interest to genre fans would be his films The Body Snatcher, Game of Death, Star Trek The Motion Picture, The Andromeda Strain, and of course, The Haunting. Sharing sets with the Magnums and Ambersons, just as the original Cat People did, this film may be a sequel and have the same cast and characters, but it is a very different movie. Lewton wanted to call it Amy and Her Friend, but the studio said, can we make money on this? Lewton invested so much of his time and himself in the movie, basing on his own childhood and his own mindset. RKO, on the other hand, was upset. It wasn't the exact same movie that Lewton had already made a success. Well, sometime in the past, Irina Simone Simon died, see Cat People, and Oliver Reed, that is not Oliver Reed, that's Kent Smith from The Cat Creature, moved on to marry Alice Moore, Jane Randolph. Now he has a 6-year-old daughter named Amy, played by Ann Carter, who lives in a dream world. At the center of it is Irina, now a ghost, who she only knows from her photograph. Amy has become friends with an aging actress named Julia Farren, whose daughter Barbara hates her. Barbara also begins to hate the attention that Amy is getting from her mother. The end of this film, where Barbara about to kill the young girl and Irina's spirit coming to save her, is sheer artistry and celluloid. It astounded me, and I still can't shake the emotions I had when I watched this movie. The theme of this film, everyone believes that Amy is insane because she cannot leave the world of fantasy, was pretty much how Lewton lived as a child. In fact, his wife believed he never truly came back to the real world as an adult. He also based the tension between Amy and her father on the relationship he had with his daughter, Nana. You can see this as a holiday movie. You can see it as a story of what child abuse does. Several therapists have used this movie as a teaching tool for years, asking Lewton why would he put such a silly name on such a serious picture. Not his decision.
Jennifer's new apartment was vacant, but it wasn't empty. An ancient device of unspeakable power awaits her.
She talked with dead people, with ghosts. And one day, she just disappeared. You move into her apartment.
Jennifer was desired and then seduced. Now the horror begins, and no one can stop it. She doesn't know the danger it will foretell or the evil it will unleash.
Jennifer, are you all right?
I don't know.
The Oracle. The horror has begun.
What the hell are you doing in there? Jenny!
Are these spirits like dead people?
They're not like dead people. They are dead people. Or demons.
The evil has started. Horrors from beyond the grave pursue Jennifer.
It started on Christmas Eve, the night that I got the first message. crazy. Well, go look in the kitchen. She's in there, and I killed her.
The Oracle provides the answers to a nightmare of the soul. Jennifer has become the instrument of evil.
Kill.
The Oracle, a power that is ancient. The Oracle, rated R, coming soon to a theater near you.
The Oracle from 1987. I'm getting all my favorites in here. Roberta Findlay knows how to make a movie. Even if she hates everything she ever made, she takes a possession film, sets it during the holidays, and fills it with berserk set pieces. And oh my gosh, Roberta's never let me down with a single movie she's made. Parker Brothers wouldn't let her use Ouija. So there's a stone hand that writes in the spirit world, but who cares? There's so many better than the Ouija films we've been getting. Jennifer is played by Carolyn Capers Powers, the only movie she ever made, and her husband, Ray, who moved into the apartment of a dead psychic who left behind a fortune-telling object which allowed Jennifer to be taken over by an industrialist named William Graham, who gets her to figure out who killed him. You can't destroy the hand, a garbage man tries, and strange creatures come out of nowhere. They pop out of his body and ends up stabbing himself. Ray tries that later and literally loses his head. All this happens when Findlay shoots the New York City apartments. Pretty much could be next door to the Sentinel or Inferno, and they certainly have the Argento lighting style. Plus, there's a gender-switching killer played by Pam Latesta on the loose, like a John Waters character in a Bill Lustig movie. And there's even a scene set in the legendary cult store, The Magical Child. Now, like I said, Roberta hates her movies. I won't hold that against her. I always find something to enjoy, like how this heroine has the wildest clothes, all braids, puffed-out sleeves, and even a pair of red overalls. She dresses like a lunatic, and frankly, it's quite charming. Plus, she screams nearly as much as a woman in a Juan Lopez Moctezuma movie. There are people who say this movie is trash and boring. There's people you don't want to spend Christmas with. Yes, it is trash, but it's glorious trash. The kind of movie I leave on when people come over and hope they ask me, what is this? So I can talk about it. Just writing about it now, I want to go back and just talking about it now, and I want to go back and watch it again. Let's just sit down. Let's watch it. Oh, I come in peace, and you go in pieces.
Houston, Texas. It's Christmas. Someone special is coming to town. And it's not Santa Claus.
I'm coming, peace.
Jack Kane, a cop who does things his own way.
What are you doing? The shortcut.
He's sensitive, understanding, and kind to strangers.
Merry Christmas.
But all that's about to end.
I'm coming, peace.
3 well-armed men have their throats cut before they can even draw their weapons. Who could possibly move that fast?
Aliens.
Say what? Are you crazy? It's true. You need a psychiatrist, Jack.
Your psycho stole a lot of heroin to kill people with.
What are you gonna do? Tell them we're fighting drug dealers from outer space? Huh? Look out! Human body carries a small electrical charge, right? You tune the disc to the charge and then...
What the hell is going on here? As far as you're concerned, this case is closed.
It's not our problem anymore.
I've had a bad day.
Dolph Lundgren.
And you go in pieces.
Dark Angel.
This was known as Dark Angel for a long time. I knew it as I Come in Peace. That's the tape my video store has it. But it was changed in the U.S. because there were 2 movies with that title. So in the U.S., it's I Come in Peace. Everywhere else, Dark Angel. Craig R. Baxley started his career as a stuntman before moving into stunt coordination and second unit. Since then, he's directed a lot of good movies. Stone Cold, which I love, Action Jackson, Storm of the Century, Rose Red, The Diary of Ellen Rimbar, and Kingdom Hospital. Jack Kane, tough, rough around the edges cop. Dolph Lundgren, who was at war with the white boys, a gang of white-collar drug dealers who do stuff like kill partners and blow up police stations. They're led by Victor Manning, played by Sherman Howard, Bub from Day of the Dead. Kane is partnered with a by-the-book federal agent named Arwood Larry Smith, played by Brian Ben from Dream On. If you're a teen when there was no internet and you grew up with HBO, you knew what Dream On was all about. Not just clips from old shows, but guaranteed nudity. Meanwhile, an alien drug dealer named Telek has come to Earth to bleach out people's brains. He's Matthias Hughes, who's related to Engelbert Humperdinck and took over Van Damme's role for No Retreat, No Surrender 2. That alien is being pursued by Ezek, an alien cop played by Jay Bellius, who's a college basketball announcer today. He played for Duke University and was drafted 5th in 1986 by the Mavericks. He was the assistant coach at Duke, and he's also a practicing attorney. David Aykroyd from the TV movie Exo-Man, The Dark Secret of Harvest Moon, plays Smith's boss. Betsy Brantley, the body model for Jessica Rabbit, is Lundgren's girlfriend. A coroner who helps him track the alien. She is a coroner. Michael J. Pollard has a cameo as a criminal. World celebrity chess champion Jesse Vint is Telek's first victim, and Al Leong, of course, shows up, because any movie with cops and or aliens needs to have Al Leong in it. Scriptwriter David Cope would move from this movie into some real blockbusters, like Death Becomes Her, Jurassic Park, Coriolis Way, The Shadow, maybe not a blockbuster. Mission Impossible Stir Echoes, which he directed, Panic Room, Spider-Man, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and many more. What a career, and started here. There's been talk of a sequel to this movie for years. At this point, I think only I want that. I'm here whenever it comes out. You start a Kickstarter for this, I'm 200% there. That's my Christmas gift to you. The Trouble with Angels.
We've got trouble. Trouble. Trouble.
Mary, Rachel, or the devil, pick it up, cowgirl.
Yes, indeed, we've got trouble with angels. Rosalind Russell matches wills with Haley Mills, that troublesome angel who turns a whole campus upside down. Gypsy Rose Lee is the dancing teacher with progressive ideas. Benny Barnes, the band teacher who appreciates good music, with cotton in her ears. June Harding, Haley's partner in crime.
What's the matter? I'm not sure I like him.
Just for the heaven of it, see The Trouble with Angels.
I've been asked to do this on the show. It's based on Jane Trehay's novel, Life with Mother Superior, which is a story of her own high school years in a Catholic boarding school. Haley Mills' character, Mary Clancy, was based on her friend Mary, who became Sister John Hughes in real life. It's directed by Ida Lupino, who was mostly working in TV when she wasn't acting herself. She said, "It's just a nice change. No blood spilled or barley." Mills was escaping being typecast in Disney roles for this film, playing a rebellious girl, and many of the actresses in this would go on to play nuns in other movies. Math teacher Sister Liguori is played by Marge Redman, who would be the flying nun. She'd be Sister Jacqueline on that show. Gym teacher Sister Clarissa is Mary Wicks, who appears in the sequel Where Angels Go, Trouble Follows, and is also Sister Mary Lazarus from the Sister Act movies. Art teacher Sister Elizabeth is Portia Nelson, Sister Berth from The Sound of Music. Mother Superior and Rosalind Russell is dealing with 2 rebellious teens, Mary Clancy, who's our friend Haley Mills, and her friend Rachel Devery, June Harding. Yet by the end of the movie, Mary hears the call of being a nun and realizes that living life as sacrifice is better than smoking in the basement. This film even finds a role for perhaps the most famous exotic dancer of all time, Gypsy Rose Lee. Russell played her mother in the movie Real Life Gypsy. In the sequel, Stella Stevens would take over Haley Mills' role. Producer William Fried offered Greta Garbo $1 million to play Mother Superior, but, once Garbo retired, she just wanted to be left alone. So, didn't happen. What about Home Alone? A lot of people like it for Christmas, right? But do you like Home Alone 4, Taking Back the House?
New on DVD and video, Home Alone, Taking Back the House.
Here they come.
You!
Hello, Marv.
Kevin's back.
Kevin?
in the biggest adventure of the year.
Awesome!
The house is bigger. The gadgets are slicker.
Door open.
Kevin's in charge, and the bad guys haven't learned a thing.
Hi, Mommy.
It's like he's stalking me. Home Alone, taking back the house.
As much as I dislike Home Alone in all the movies, this is the darkest timeline. Kevin McAllister is now played by Mike Weinberg. Now a child of divorce. That's right. Who would guess parents that left their son behind all these times? His mom, Kate, is crying while she watches This Wonderful Life, and his father, Peter, getting married to the rich and gorgeous Natalie Calvin. Gideon Jacobs and Chelsea Russo are Buzz and Megan, who don't figure into this at all. Also, Mom and Dad are played by different actors. Kate is played by Claire Carey, taking over Catherine O'Hara, and John Hurt has been replaced by Jason Beggy from Monkey Shines. I mean, I can see why they got divorced, right? We know they had to get child services called on them a bunch of times. Now Dad is rich enough to have 2 servants, Mr. Prescott and Molly, a hot lady, wife. And why would he ever go back to living with this many kids and these horrible holidays? This movie was filmed in Cape Town, South Africa, not going to play Sun City. And it couldn't even get Daniel Stewart started to play Marv. He called this movie an insult and total garbage. They had to get French Stewart for the role. Yeah, he dresses like Harry, which is sometimes confusing. Maybe the filmmakers never watched the first movie. Marv has a girlfriend named Vera, played by Missy Powell. And you know it. Kevin has to fight them off inside a mansion, directed by Rod Daniel and made Teen Wolf, written by Deborah Frank and Stephen L. Hayes. If you'd like to send them Cole, it was supposed to be a pilot for a TV series. Why? What TV series of Home Alone would you ever watch? That's why the original ending had Kevin's dad stay with Natalie, his mother dating a cop. It turned out to be Marv's younger brother, but it got changed. The parents had to stay together if they were making a show, so they kept them together, and I never understand that. Like, I know that the rich fiance in this is a horrible person, but no one can ever be happy with the next mate. And it's always like, oh, I always feel bad for the boyfriend that gets passed by, or the husband's married and getting married. Sweet Home Alabama is a good example of this. Like, we're just like, let's just forget about them. Why am I talking about Sweet Home Alabama on a show where I talk about Joe D'Amato? I don't know. Anyways, the last movie, the worst Christmas movie ever made, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure.
My dad's a brain surgeon. What's your dad do?
He works in nuclear research.
Oh, he's a nuclear scientist?
Well, not exactly. Audrey! Hi, Merry Christmas. This is Paige. Paige, this is my cousin Audrey Griswold. She's my girlfriend.
Oh, Eddie! Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And did I wish you a Merry Christmas?
Yes, you did. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. Raise your arms, please.
I'm gonna kill myself. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I came here to die. Now can I come in and die sitting down?
Fried. Anything fried is good.
Eel? Very food. That's a pineapple. Ain't even got a hole in it. Oh.
That's it.
Help! This is Maluka Town. Merry Christmas. Is that you, Jack?
No, it's Eddie.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Milwaukee.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
And it first aired on March 20th, 2003. It ruined Christmas. A lot of people killed themselves during the airing of this. It was directed by Nick Mark and written by Marty Simmons, the actual publisher of National Lampoon, and at the time, the executive vice president of the Diners Club. He is not John Hughes. He's not Doug Kenny. He's not Henry Beard or Michael O'Donoghue, as this film will show. I hate this movie so much that I'm minimizing his contribution. Maybe he was a good writer. This movie does not prove that. Look, we all love Cousin Eddie. Do we love him enough for 2 hours, or do we just love him for little parts? Well, this movie asks you, it doesn't just ask you that, it shows you don't love him that much. Cousin Eddie's whole family's in this, which includes Catherine, Miriam Flynn, Clark III, Jake Thomas, Audrey Griswold, Dana Barron. The first time someone has played a Griswold kid more than once. Yes, Audrey is back. And Uncle Nick, played by Ed Asner. Grumpy, angry, Ed Asner. Didn't write Eric Idle to show for a bit, playing his character from European Vacation. Eddie gets fired by Fred Willard because he's dumber than Chimp, who then bites him and earns his family a settlement that turns into Hawaiian Vacation, guided by Muka Luka Miki, who seems to be Hawaiian but not, because she's played by South Korean actress Sung Ang Lee. It's a rough watch. It'll make you wonder whether this needed to be made. Eddie has the steak sauce on prime rib. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to get a really good steak, you don't need steak sauce. You just enjoy the steak. You get a bad steak when you get a lot of sauce. This movie has a lot of sauce. And I love A1. I'll drink a whole bottle. Dare me in public. Dare me. I have acid reflux for a reason. Because as a kid, I'm like, drink a whole bottle of vinegar? Yes. And I do it. And you go to the hospital. Not fun. No one was taping this either. This wasn't like Jackass stuff. It's just nobody taping it. Christmas is important to people. I'm trying to come up with like a nice, happy ending. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find a movie to watch. I hope you get a good film under your tree.
Hello, all. Ghost of John Carradine. Back from the great beyond. A place where the booze never stops and the hangovers never start. We're celebrating God's kid's big day up here, and perhaps while you're in the holiday spirit, you might donate to the show via the Ko-Fi in the notes. Or maybe do something more worthwhile, like give to unhoused, disadvantaged, or other people in need, because this is a rough holiday. Anyways, here's a spoiler for The Gift of the Magi.
And here I have lamely related to you the uneventful chronicle of two foolish children in a flat, who most unwisely sacrificed for each other the greatest treasures of their house,